Okay, boys and girls, this is Miss Gonzalez, and I am going to show you how to log in to your Quaver Music account. So you all have student accounts, they already exist, and here's how you access them and what you can do in Quaver. The first thing is you're going to log into your Clever. So you're going to open your Chromebook, you're going to log into Clever. And you're going to scroll all the way down to the very, very bottom of your Clever, and you will find Quaver Ed. My Quaver Ed is somewhere in the middle, but yours is going to be all the way at the bottom. You have to trust me, it's always at the bottom. I know from my classes and my students that it's all the way at the bottom, but mine is here in the middle. Here is. If you click this heart, like I have, it will appear at the top. So you're going to click on Quaver Ed. I'm going to leave it here for just a second. Feel free to pause the video or go back to see if you can find it. But I'm going to wait just a few seconds. You can pause the video or rewind. If you can help your neighbor, find Quaver Ed. Once you find Quaver Ed, there are two steps. Listen carefully. Here are the next two steps that I can't help you with, and I'm not going to be able to show you. And I'm not sure exactly, if I remember correctly, which order is going to happen. There are two things that are going to happen. Once you click on it, it's going to ask you two questions. It's either going to ask you if you're a teacher or you're a student, or it's going to ask you you are going to select student because you're a student. If you select teacher, it's going to ask you for a code, and you don't have a code. You don't need a code. It's going to ask you if you're a teacher or a student, you select student. The next question, or this might be the first question, again, remember, I don't remember exactly which order it is because my students opened and logged into their Quaver accounts at the beginning of school. If you log in, it's going to ask you to log into an existing account or to create a new account, which should be a green button. You're going to create a new account. So you need to create a new account and you need to log in as a student because you're a student and you're going to create a new account. Once you do that, it's going to take you to your landing page. Now your landing page or your dashboard looks a lot different than mine. I'm going to see if I can log in as a student. So on this account, if you get to this page where it says Quavermusic or Quaver Health PE, you're going to select Quavermusic. I don't think that that's going to happen for you. I think it's going to take you directly to this page, and we can ignore that name. You have an avatar where you can log in to, you can dress them up. Some of the things in your avatar cost Quaver notes. So there are options for free, but then there are some that cost 5. You may not have any Quaver notes right now, and we're going to see if we can get you some Quaver notes, but that might be something that comes later. So you can decorate your Quaver, your avatar. Here, you don't have to worry about assignments. I will let you know if Miss Mancuso gives you any assignments here, okay? If you need to know how to do something and you're not sure how to do it, you can collect how to videos, click on how to, and it'll explain to you how to do some of the different activities. When you're finished, you always need to click exit. We're going to exit. When we exit, we go back. There are several different ways that you can do all kinds of activities on here. The kind of fun way is you can go to Quaver Street. Here is Quaver Street. You log into click Quaver Street. And you have a whole bunch of options. You have a music room. You can go in your music room. You've got games. You've got Ear IQ. You have apps that'll take you. And really, these are all the same apps. I'm going to show you Q Grooves and Q Composer and Songbrush. Really, 3rd through 5th grade really plays with Q Grooves, and I'm going to show you how to do Q Grooves. These are all the same. There's multiple ways to get to them. So it doesn't really matter how you get to them. They're all the same. If you just want to listen to music, you can go down in the Metro. When you get to the Metro, you can choose your genre of music, your style. So if we go to pop music station, I can play the music in the venue. While I'm listening to the music, I can choose activities. There's info.
Welcome to Wembley Stadium in London. Whoa, this isn't just a concert, it's an event. The stage is filled with dance and movement. A major light show gets the crowd on their feet. Big screens project all the action so even people way in the back can see everything. Oh, and there's music, pop music. It's called pop music because that's what's popular now. The latest sounds, the latest catchphrases in the lyrics. If it's new and now, pop takes it to the top!
Exit. And it'll start playing again. You can click on the books. You have a basic book and an advanced book. You can read. If you want to listen to more music, you click on music and it'll give you several options. When you're finished, you click exit. Then you can have a map that'll show you where England is. I think that's all it does. Exit. You have a puzzle. You can play, you can do easy, and it'll do a timer. Oh. And then you can play again and try and do it faster. Click exit, you click exit. So you get all of those options for here. If you want to listen, you can also go in the studio. or the shop. This is actually the shop. And through the shop, if you want to listen to, you go to the telephone booth and you get some music history. This is all that it presents. But if you want to hear the early music, choral class from 1520, you have the magical singers. You get a matching game.
And what should that rare mirror be? Some goddess or some queen is she? She, only queen of love and beauty. But could thy fiery poison dart at no time touch her spotless heart, nor come near, she is not subject to love's bow. Her eye commands her heart saith no.
So there's all the different things you can do. You click exit. When you want to leave the phone booth, you click exit. Then you get song brush, which I'm going to show you a little bit. Here you just pick a color. This is kind of for, and you draw a picture, however picture you want. And then you push play. And it turns it into music. You can change the tempo. You can undo it. If you make something and you want to save it, you click menu, save, you give it a title. I'm not going to save it. So I'm going to click exit. And I'm going to go into studio. Here's where you guys really should spend a lot of your time. This is kind of what got me started creating my own music and being kind of a recording artist. So here's cue grooves. In cue grooves, the first thing that you want to do is you want to choose your style. So you have cinematic, chill pop, rap, country, electro, funk, R&B, pop, acoustic, symphonic, techno, rock, hip hop, Latin. I'm going to choose R&B. And I'm going to close it. These are called loops. Right now, I don't want you to worry anything about here. We're going to keep it in C major. And I only want you to worry about the first, well, it's only showing 6 bars right now. So the first, actually, you're going to do 8. You have up to 32 measures. This is a measure, but we're only going to go up to 8. So we're going to stop after 8. The other thing we don't want to do, and this is where you have some parallels with art class, if you think about what happens when you push or put all the colors together in art class, all your paint, you mix all the colors together, you're going to get brown. And it's the same thing in music. We're just playing with sounds, but we like to describe that as sounding muddy. We don't want it to sound muddy. So you do not want to fill every measure with a loop, and you have to play your loops to make them sound good, to see that it sounds good. I recommend picking one, and it's gonna go, and you're gonna fill it all the way across. You're gonna pick one drums or percussion and fill it all the way across. Then you're gonna pick keyboards or synthesizer and fill one of them all the way across. And then the bass can go all the way across. So let me show you, we're gonna start with keyboards. I'm gonna show you what that means. When it says piano 1, and piano 2 and piano 3, that's just labeling your different loops. Here are your loops. So I like 2, and I'm going to put it in measure 3. And then I'm going to put it in measure 4. And then I'm going to put it piano 1. Actually. And I'm going to do that. You can create patterns. There we go, measure 8. So now I'm going to play it. And it's going to keep repeating until I finish. If I wanted to change the tempo, I would do it here, but I'm going to leave it on mono. Then we're going to go to the synthesizer. Why isn't it? There we go. And here are my options. So I'm going to do 3 and then 2. And I'm going to create a pattern and do 3, then 2. And let's play it. So I actually don't like how I don't feel like 3 fits here. I feel it just sounds kind of weird. So I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to get rid of it. And I'm going to put 2 there again. We can come back and we can fix it. I'm going to go ahead and go to the drums because we want to get this to have kind of some connection. So if this was green, then we would have more loops. So I'm going to do 2, 2, 2, 3. That's going to be my pattern. And why is that my pattern? That's because I picked it. I like the way that it sounds. And that's it. So now when I push play, so I actually don't like I'm gonna flip them. See if I like that better. So I don't like that. I'm going to get rid of that altogether and just do piano 2 twice. That sounds a lot better because you want to, it's got to sound like it goes. Like there's a groove, there's a flow. So now we're going to add some percussion. That's loop 1, loop 2. So I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to do it in 3 and 4. And then, so it's kind of like there's a pattern, but then there's like a little surprise. And I'm going to even do that. Let's see it. So I like that. And then so you can see I've left some space because I don't want to fill it all up. It's going to sound too muddy. We have bass line. So I like this one here when there's other things happening because it's just a long note. And then I'm going to use this one when there's less happening so that there's some movement in the bass line. So let's listen. And if you wanted, you can add a play along track here, but we don't have to do that. Then whatever that you do, you want to make sure that you save it. Oh, you give it a title. And you're going to give a name. You might have heard my dog shaking. And then you're going to click save. And if you want to, you can download it to your computer and make an MP3 out of it. But we get into that kind of stuff later. When you're finished in Q Grooves, you click exit. You have Q Composer, which you can use your music writing skills and you write. If you see where it turns it red, that means there's already a note there. You can't add anything. So I'm just gonna stop it there and I push play. Gives you the metronome. And it'll keep playing it. Same thing, menu, you save it, you can download it if you want. Then you have backbeat, which you can create a backbeat. I haven't played around with this very much, so I'm not going to show it to you because I don't really know. Q strum, you can build patterns for ukulele, electric guitar, ukulele, and great music in there. Then you have apps. I showed you that. When you're finished in here with whatever it is that you want to do, you can go back to the shop. You can always push student and it'll take you back here. So we were in Quaver Street. We've been in the lab. You're gonna get games, all that kind of stuff. So you can go back in the shop and you go back to the street. You also have your music room, and you can edit your music room with whatever that you want. I'm not going to. You can do floor. You can add some wallpaper. You can add furniture. I'm not sure where the furniture went, how you get to it. But you can, I'm not gonna do anything in here right now. So we're going to go back to Quaver Street. So sometimes you just go to Quaver Street. So that's your music room, that's the shop, then the metro. If you can just click student interactives. So here you get a whole bunch of other things. You've got your list here, you've got recorder, instruments and knowledge. You can play instrument crane, which is what I'm gonna have you do next week, play it. Then you have music creation. There's all kinds of activities. You have playing music, Quavermusic, movement, all that kind of stuff. Recorder stuff. You click exit and exit. And then if you click student, it'll take you back here. And here you get the same thing. So if you don't want to mess with Quaver Street and you just want to go straight to creatives, you click on creatives. There's your Q composer. If you go to the classic creatives, that's the one I showed you. If you go to plus, you get some advanced options. Then if you can go to sound effects, which gives you sound effects, and you can create a custom video. You can go, the Quaver books are all right here. So there is plenty of things that you can do. Then you have student interactives that are here. There's plenty of things to do. So once you log in, Miss Mancuso is going to be able to tell whether or not you logged into Quaver. She's also going to be able to tell how many minutes you spent in Quaver, so you cannot navigate to something else. When you're in music class, you are to be in Quaver. You can do whatever you want. That is your choice. You can only spend 5 minutes on your avatar or decorating your room. Do not spend all of your time decorating your room. So let me close out of here. Let me recap what you're going to do a final time. You're going to log into Clever. You're going to go all the way to the bottom of Clever, and you are going to find your Quaver. It's going to be at the bottom. The reason I know it's going to be at the bottom is because it was at the bottom for my students. You're going to click, mine is in the middle. I'm going to find it. I suggest clicking the heart so it appears at the top. Here it is. Once you go in you find it, you're going to click on it. You're going to do two things. You're going to select I'm a student, and you're going to select create a new account in either order, whichever order those questions appear. I can't do that because if I click on mine, it's automatically going to take me to mine. The other thing that you need to make sure that you do is that you accept all the cookies. Eat all the cookies, accept the cookies. But you're going to select Quaver, and you're going to select new account, and you're going to select I'm a student. And then once you do that, you'll be logged into yours. And then I already showed you what yours looks like. I'm a teacher, so this is what mine looks like. But that is how you access your student accounts. I can't show you, these are my classes, so I don't have your classes. I have mine. So, so that is it. That's how you get to your Quaver account. All right. Have fun.